Welcome back, everyone, to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with the men's basketball team, and with us, head coach Bill Sall. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob.
Two exciting wins for the Bulldogs this past week. Wayne State, Saginaw Valley State, in two close games. Certainly gave the fans their money's worth in these two matchups.
We certainly did. Those are one of those moments, and it's incredible they came back to back where every second, every inch matters, and we were fortunate enough to be able to pull out two huge wins and two buzzer-beating shots.
How important were those two victories for your team as you continue to try to keep pace in the GLIAC North?
Oh, they're huge. For our young team, first off, to be able to go in and beat a ranked opponent that Wayne State was, they were 22 in the country coming in at one, I think, what was it, maybe almost 11 straight. They're playing very well. So it was good to get that home win. And just as important, we had really struggled on the road this year. We came out with a lot of energy. It wasn't a pretty affair, but we were able to pull the win off at Saginaw Valley, and to get those road wins are so huge as you move forward.
As we go to the highlights of Thursday's game against Wayne State, a double overtime contest. The Bulldogs pull it out 72-68, and just talk about the way your team stepped up and competed in that game against Wayne State.
That was the biggest thing for us, I think, right from the start, is to have the ability to go play and play hard and match Wayne State's intensity. I was really impressed with how hard Wayne came out. And we were really able to do that early on. We were able to get some early shots, and that always helps our team. Kenny Brown had a couple of early baskets, which helped us a bunch.
Kenny Brown with 26 points to lead the way for the Bulldogs, and we'll see a great shot by him to keep the game alive in overtime. And just talk about his play offensively.
Well, he's really come around in this past week. We challenged him to, instead of just taking a bunch of shots, make sure they're good shots. And I thought our teammates did a good job of looking for him and able to find him in some good areas. And again, some hustle plays like that one with Danny Sutherland was so huge for us.
Mike Hollingsworth, a big play there for Wayne State. Unfortunately, he went out at halftime with an injury and didn't return. How did that impact the game?
Well, he's certainly one of the better players in the GLIAC, we hated to see Mike go down. He's a great person and a really, really good player, and we hope nothing but for the best of him as he moves forward here.
I know for your kids, a lot of your kids from the Detroit area, an important game taking on Wayne State from right there in Detroit, and just talk about the matchup against Wayne State and playing some of those kids that they're very familiar with.
Well, there's a lot of men on that floor that have played each other at AAU high school, and so that really becomes way more of a rivalry as time goes on. A number of Detroit players out there, they know each other and they're still friends. So that really, I think, always when we play Wayne State, heightens the atmosphere in the game.
Trent Messer, an offensive board right there, and he had a career-high 13 rebounds, did a great job on the rebounding aspect.
He was incredible, and that last two overtimes, every one of the rebounds he got. And just a great situation for him, and can't be happier for the hard work he's put into the game.
You had the lead at halftime, and then Wayne State able to come back. Cole Profit with a couple key baskets down the stretch to help force overtime. And talk about the play in overtime and what your team was able to do well.
Well, we were able to get some stops here and there. I mean, number 11 really got off on his Cole Profit, but again, we were able to get Kenny a couple of good looks. Again, our ball movement is always key, and there's just some crazy bounces like that with an air ball that they ended up getting. This is the last second shot to put it in overtime. It's kind of funny. Jared Stalick was wide open right there, but Lehman found Kenny and hit it as a buzzer sounded.
We go to the second overtime, and the Bulldogs hit some key free throws in the second overtime.
Yes, we did. We almost went 75% from the free throw line. Didn't make many shots, but were able to make the free throws that counted. And again, just a unique situation, but we're able to pull off a really hard-fought win.
Wayne State came in unbeaten in conference play, and obviously the league leader in the North. How much confidence does that give your kids being able to pull out a win like that?
Well, I think it's huge because you keep on preaching about playing together, play hard, play smart, and to be able to see all those things come together, and really on the defensive end and rebounding is what we preach, and that's why we won that game. That really reaps its benefits as time goes on.
Your team won its 7th straight home game, and now you go on the road on Saturday at Saginaw Valley State. And talk about the carryover from the way you guys have been able to play at home and then onto the road and doing it in a road environment.
Well, that's the biggest thing. I think when you have a young team where, like Saginaw Valley, we're having to show directions on how to get to the gym because half of them don't know where they're going. It makes a world of difference, and then learning how to win on the road. I think that's one of the biggest things that a team, if you want to win, has to overcome is how do you prepare and win on the road. And I thought in this game we did a much better job of actually going out there and playing at the energy level and the team togetherness that you need to do to win.
As we go to the highlights of Saturday's game at Saginaw Valley, again, really led by Kenny Brown, Daniel Sutherland, Drew Lehman, 3 guys in double figures again for the 2nd straight game.
It was good, and this was a chore. There was a lot of shots, and we've never really shot well at Saginaw Valley. And we really try to put an emphasis on getting the ball inside, and there was Danny Sutherland with an interior play, and Jabril Jackson has really played well off the bench as a freshman. But we just always have struggled to make shots here, and nothing different this game.
Kenny Brown, a couple big threes here, and we'll see one at the end of this ball game. And just talk about, for the Bulldogs, what you did well on the offensive end.
Well, again, we're only as good as our distribution and how we're able to make each other better. And we had a lot of hustle plays. I think that's the one thing. Even though we had some tough misses like that play by Trent Messer right there, and a rebound and a kick, certainly helped us immensely. And again, you know, when you go there, it's kind of an open environment, and yeah, you might not be able to hit the jump shot, but make sure we get the offensive rebounds. And we did a nice job of out-rebounding the team in this game.
Drew Lehman stepped up in the second half here. It kind of struggled at the offensive end, but certainly hit some big shots here in the second half.
He really did, and Drew's played just incredibly well. Really, every week you see a new variety of his game and what he's been able to take care of. And we need to see that. You know, we need to get scoring from a variety of people.
Saginaw Valley State, a first-year head coach and a young team in some aspects, but some guys with some veteran experience like Chris Webb that really kept them in the ballgame.
Yeah, they have 4 seniors that have been to the battles of the GLIAC, and you know, as we said, man, it helps a lot to have the veterans. And in this game, you know, Sutherland and Brown played really well down the stretch. That really helped us.
Bulldogs had the lead at halftime. You had a lead in the second half, but then Chris Webb, as we see, able to bring the Cardinals back and made it a close game down the stretch.
Yeah, you know, the 10-point lead vanquished quickly, and now 47-47. And there's Kenny Brown's last-second shot, and it was last second. I think he got it off at about .6 on the clock. I was a little shocked. It was kind of interesting in that play because we ran a set for him, and they really guarded it quite well. But Jared Stalker had the smarts to go out there and quick set what we call a spread screen, and was able to get him open, and Kenny drained the shot. And there's nothing about coaching there. It's just about a great player making a great play. 2 buzzer beaters by the same player here in the last 2 games. You remember that happening in your head coaching career? No, that hasn't happened. You know, I think a lot of times as a player, you're fortunate enough to have one of those opportunities where you hit a game-winning shot, but to have 2 of them is pretty special. Bulldogs this week come back home, just 1 game this week, but it's a big one against Grand Valley State, the rivalry matchup at Wink Arena on Saturday, and just talk about how you're looking forward to this game on Saturday. Well, this is always a big one, and again, our guys certainly put this on their calendar to mark it because this is the rival game. And again, I think you'll see 2 good teams, and you know, Grand Valley's playing very well right now. So we're in a situation where we got to go out there and do the same things we've been doing. Okay, Coach. Well, best of luck against the Lakers this weekend. Thanks, Rob. We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.